and it's a real bog fest again. Just got to find a place to cross. This could be an epic fail. Welcome back, and what a contrast to last time. Please don't click away. You haven't accidentally clicked on a link for a Lord of the Rings trailer. It's still Cragrat Outdoors, and while my love for the hills is always permanent, the beard is definitely temporary. If anything, it'll give my chin a little bit of comfort and support tonight if the temperature dips. And when I left the car it was about 3 degrees, but there's no wind, and all this uphill effort is really sweaty work, so it hasn't taken me long to warm up. I didn't quite make it to Pen-y-Ghent, but I'm back in the Yorkshire Dales. I've got a summit camp planned. The weather for this afternoon looks fantastic, although we might be in for a different story first thing in the morning. I kind of guess we'll just have to wait and see. So that's been really slow going, and I've got as far as Hag Dyke. And as you can see behind me, it's unoccupied at the moment, but it's some sort of hostel. I think the Scouts Association have something to do with it. It makes a suitable place for come and have a sit down, and I thought because it's still early, I'm going to get to where I need to be, and there's going to be plenty of time in order to set up and get settled in for the night. So what I thought I'd do, I thought I'd make myself a brew and just relax for 5 minutes. So I've gone with a Taylor's coffee bag again. Flying start. Tried a number of ways to get a decent coffee out in the hill. This is just about the best, I think. And it took absolutely no time at all to boil that ice. Just a few minutes. Oh, that's really hot. What I thought I'd do before I got any further and before I forgot was I just wanted to say a big thank you for everyone that took the time to like, leave a comment and subscribe to my last video. I'm really starting to pick up a bit of momentum now, and all that interaction just helps the channel grow and reach more people. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the bell notification button, you get a heads up every time I upload a new video. It's so quiet up here, I can't believe there's just no wind. It's so mild. And the other thing I wanted to do was give a shout out to 2 or 3 other small channels like myself who are making some really good content, just don't necessarily have the reach yet. So the first one is KIECAMPS. Kieran's based in Wales, spends a lot of time out in Snowdonia. He knows some really good pitches away from the honey spots with some absolutely fantastic views, and his love for the outdoors really shines through in his videos. Next up is Dave Goodman. Dave, a bit like myself, spent most of his adult life in the outdoors. He's done some fantastic long distance treks, and he's often out in the Peak District as well. When you watch his channel, he's got a lovely interaction and easy chat with his campmates as well, and it's always quite a relaxing watch. And finally, one channel that you probably won't have heard of is THEWIZARDOFMOZZ. Ollie's a lad from the northeast. He's recently started a YouTube channel, and I can already tell that he's going to be good at this. He's going to get some exciting content out this year, and I'll be looking forward to meeting up with him. I'll leave a link to all those channels in the description of the video so you can check them out and see for yourself, but show them some support because they're all good people. Okay, so I'm going to see the rest of this coffee off. I'm going to get packed up and we're going to make a start, because although it's been hard work so far, I still think I've got some hard work to come. Oh. Well, it's trying its hardest to snow. Definitely a bit wet. I wasn't expecting any precipitation, but you're in the hills in the UK in winter, so what can you expect? The clouds drifting in and drifting out, and it's so quiet, there's still no wind. The path itself is exactly as I remember it. Once you get above Hag Dyke, it becomes really, really boggy in places. I don't think there's any fear of losing the path because it's well trodden. There's fence posts every so often, marked with yellow paint, so you can pick them out from a distance. But if I don't get to camp soon, I think I might just put an extra layer on, maybe with waterproofs, just to keep the damp out. It's trying its hardest. So this is the summit of Great Whernside. It's a smidge over 700 metres. Depending on which list you look at, it's either the 5th or 6th highest fell in Yorkshire. Well, there's not much point in fighting around up here. The snow's definitely laying, not thick, but I think if it continues, there might be some sort of decent covering by the morning. And what I want to do is I want to find a flat, dry piece of ground now, stick the tent up. Should have plenty of daylight left. Now over in that direction, I know it says on the map pile of stones. There's some flat stuff over there. I think it'll be dry enough. I'm just going to walk and I'm just going to test the ground and just see what's ahead of me. And as soon as I get to something that's remotely campable, I think I'm going to set up. And one of the other reasons that I chose to come here almost exactly 12 months ago, I came in search of the most isolated place in England, and it's a place called Rigsmoor. And when you look at the map, somewhere over in that direction, that's where Rigsmoor is. I did Rigsmoor last year. I did it from Coniston and Grassington Way. But a long time ago, me and the missus came up here to try and find the top of Little Whernside, which is off over in that direction. And I can tell you now that we gave up. It was just Pete Hag after Pete Hag. And both of us had had enough and turned around and came back. So it was unsuccessful on that occasion, but we had a good time nonetheless. I'm just going to have a look around here. I'll get the tent up, get my stuff inside. I'll speak to you then. Right, well, I'm up. Didn't take too long. Quite firm underneath because of the rocks that are near, but I kind of expected that. It's not too damp at all. In fact, quite impressed. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is I'm quite close to the path, as you can see, but I think this time of day, this day of the year, I don't think I'll see anyone else tonight. Right, let's have a look inside. So at the moment it looks as if a bomb's gone off, but I've got my Alp kit Easy Sleep underneath there. That'll provide a bit of extra insulation from the ground. I've got my Thermarest Neowear X-Lite. I've got my OEX Leviathan. Last time out I was concerned about condensation in the tent, so I brought my bivvy bag. I did think that was overkill, so this time I'm going to use my bothy bag. Usually keep one in the bottom of my rucksack anyway. This is one that I've had knocking around for a while, so if there is any condensation in the tent, it should take care of that. So it's about 4:15. Sunset's officially about 30:30. I'm going to get some warm food on now because I think I deserve it. And thankfully that snow's gone away. It's just misty and I expected that. Tonight for my tea, I haven't got a fire pot meal. All I had a chance to do was grab a bachelor's pasta and sauce, and that's exactly what I've done tonight. I've got chicken, leek and ham. That won't be enough, so I managed to pick up one of these mug shots. These were on offer in Tesco, I think. Maybe less than £1. So I'm going to try a chicken and sweet corn noodles with that one. For breakfast in the morning, I've gone for 2 chocolate fuel porridges. That's in another pouch as well. And then if that wasn't enough, I've got an assortment of cereal bars and snacks that I normally bring. I've got a Scotch egg. That's from a local butcher's, Appleton's. They are probably one of the best Scotch eggs I've ever had, and they're absolutely superb. And then I'll show you now, because I don't know how well this has fared in the thing. I think we'll call this, I don't know what we'll call this segment. I was thinking of something about Cragrat's Pudding Club, the Pudding Club, Cake Rat Outdoors. Leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think this section should be called. This, oh, I know it hasn't fared well. This was my daughter's birthday cake. It was a tiramisu cake. Oh, I had some last night, it was delicious, and I'm sure it'll be delicious tonight. It hasn't fared very well, even in the confines of the Tupperware dish. So I've got enough water boiling in there for a brew. I'm going to have a hippie tea bag, and I'm also going to cook my pasta now while I can, because I expect with all this mist, I haven't got a lot of light left. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Oh yes. Smells like perfume, but it's wet and warm. Let's have a quick temperature check. There you go, just under 2 degrees. I wonder if it'll get any colder tonight. It's not set to get too cold, maybe down to 0, but nothing like what I had when I was last time out, that's for sure. Okay, it normally says to boil the pasta for 5 minutes, but I've left it in its pouch for 10. I think that should have cooked all the way through. Gotta say, that's a brilliant way of keeping warm. It's pretty good. There you go. Those cheesy sauces are always the best ones. Right, well that's lovely. I'm going to see that off, finish my tea, and I'll bring you back for the dessert. Right, so here we go with the taste test. This is tiramisu cake. Oh yes. There you go. Oh yeah, I think I'll have to have another little bit. This is just so good. So good. Fantastic. You can just hear it starting to drizzle outside, but nice and warm in here. And I've tipped that mug shot into the pouch and it's been warming me up for the last 10 minutes. I don't know, let's have a look, let's see what you think. Oh shit. Oh look, chicken and sweet corn. It's not bad, it's not the best, I know that, but it's calories and it's warm. It's not as if it's going to go to waste, is it? Let me show you outside. There is absolutely nothing to see. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock and I'm starting to feel a little bit weary. Been on the go quite a bit today, so it's not surprising really. Right, 2 things I'm going to do before I go to sleep. I'm going to read my Kindle and tie my eyes out, but I'm also going to boil up the water in this Nalgene bottle and I'm going to use that as a hot water bottle. If I'm honest, I'm really warm at the moment, so I'm not desperate for the hot water bottle, but it will be nice. We'll feel quite cosy with that in the sleeping bag. Got a few Skittles while I read. Normally prefer fruit gums. I didn't have any of those in the shop when I set off, so I've got these Skittles Giants. They're quite good actually. And then, yeah, just hopefully have a nice peaceful night. I can't get over how still it is. There's just no sound at all. It's quite remarkable really. Anyway, unless anything happens, there's nothing else to see. I'm going to bring you back in the morning. Well, good morning. It's around about 10 to 7. A bit of a rough night last night. It's lovely and peaceful, and around about 1:30 the wind got up and it's been like that ever since. A little bit of snow outside, you can't see much. When I come to pack the tent away, I'll make sure I show you. So I've got hot coffee, I've got a pouch of porridge inside my jacket keeping me warm. Let's have a quick temperature check. Yeah, it's just above freezing. It's not surprising really. Anyway, let me get this eaten. I'm going to get nicely packed away as quickly as I can, and then as soon as it's first light I can break the tent down, get it in my pack, and I'll be away off the hill. Well, it's not as cold as it looks. The wind's a bit sharp, and I think that's what was making it sound a little bit spicy in the tent. What I think I'll do is, rather than do a circular route, make my way back to the trig point at Great Whernside and follow the way down there, because that's the quickest route back to the village. Well, I shouldn't have too many problems getting down now. It's a bit icy in places. I don't think it's snowed enough or iced up enough to fool me into thinking where the bog is and the bog isn't. I should have a relatively smooth crossing, and although that mist's in and there's no views, it just feels otherworldly, and it's got a beauty all of its own. And I was thinking last night while I was in the tent about what I enjoyed most about coming out and camping, and sometimes it's not the views and the weather, although that definitely helps. I think when you've got long winter nights, you just need to get into the mindset of you just need to relax and lie back and just enjoy being there. I read my Kindle for ages last night until I fell asleep. It was brilliant. I had absolutely loads of food to eat as well, which always helps. The hot water bottle really made a difference. I didn't need any hand or feet warmers. I didn't need any socks either. I just slept in my down boots, so I was really pleased with that. I just need to negotiate this little steep bit. Seems to have found a path. That looks okay. Every now and again you come across these posts with the yellow paint on. They're a bit of a godsend, to be honest. just provide that extra bit of reassurance that you're still on the right path. And it's a real bog fest again. Just trying to make my way through. Just got to find a place to cross. This could get interesting. No, that ain't gonna do it. This could be an epic fail, but I don't think I'll be putting it on YouTube. I think there's something over there that's going to be a bit easier. There's another post over there. So I lost a bit of elevation coming from Hag Dyke, and you can see it's not fantastic, but the views are opening up a bit, and it's really dramatic with the patches of snow and the cloud. This has been an excellent trip. Excellent trip. I've really enjoyed it, despite not having the views. It's been a great one. Let's face it, they're all good, aren't they? If you've enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so already, and I'll see you in the next video. You didn't think I was going to leave you behind, did you?